Welcome back. Another episode of On the Streets. And we've got a little bit, we got everything in this one. Okay, I love this woman. I really do. She comes around from time to time and she's just right on top of everything, man. I mean, she's just as steeped into this stuff as we are. I think I'll ask her to marry me. I need a companion. I need some help. I need an army. I need you. Thank you. I got you guys. I got, got you guys. I really need some help. Need some help. I feel like I'm swimming upstream. We're all swimming upstream. We're kicking against the stream here. And I'm telling you what, that fight doesn't seem to be getting any easier. It's getting harder. It's getting a lot harder. And because of that, I need your help. And God bless you. God bless every one of you that have helped me. God, I wish I could express my gratitude to you the way it should be. I don't get back with you like I should. I need some patrons. If any of you could start giving on a patron on a regular basis, it would help out a great deal where I know how much is coming in. So I don't care what you give, $1, $5, $10 a month, whatever you can give. If you can do that, it would help. So, you know how this works, if you like this, you like it. If you care, you share. Subscribe. Hey, man, I woke up this morning. I was 9,995. I was 5 away from 10,000. Woo! And of course, before I left the house, it was 9,000. I was 6 behind. So they started knocking me back down. So, subscribe again. And share. Try to get some other guys to subscribe. And maybe I've been hitting all harder out there on the street, getting people, asking people to subscribe. And I think that's why I got this little bump. Anyway, let's get to this. I don't want to hang you up too much. This is a good one. It's a long one. And we got a little bit of everything in it. So God bless you all. I love you. Yeah, I know.
I've been watching all this cool stuff on YouTube.
Yeah.
And away from the mainstream media, of course.
Yes.
That's just unbelievable. Aren't they trash?
And I think that's why they're trying to shut down the internet now and starting to,
Oh, yeah.
Try to control the message. It's gotten out of hand from them. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They're trying to control the message because they're still trying to brainwash us.
And I keep on hearing this rumors of the new internet. We got these billionaires that are, more conservative and want to rest, because there's a big void there.
Oh, yeah.
Where that should be filled with people that truly want free access, open information.
Right.
And so I keep on hearing these rumors that they're going to come out with another internet that's going to equal or surpass, Google and all the left-leaning ones that are controlled by the left. But that's all I hear is rumors, and I'm just, it's like, oh, we got 20,000 sealed indictments. Okay, could you unseal a few?
Right. But I want to know how long this investigation is going to keep going on.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. It just.
It just keeps going, and we're still investing. How much time does it take?
And then even when they have investigations on like her or anybody else, that's it. There's an investigation and nothing happens.
Yeah. Well, can you say yay or nay?
Yeah.
Can you say yes, you've found something, or no, you haven't?
Yeah.
But they never do that.
Yeah.
Well, we know why.
Yeah.
Well, something's still going to come up.
Oh.
It has to.
Well,
just by the laws of the universe, it has to.
Thank you. The center can't hold. This cannot keep on going.
The laws of the universe, it can't, because if there's an effect, there has to be a cause, and eventually the truth is going to come up. It's just like everything that they've been hiding from us about Area 51 and Antarctica and
free energy and
all the free energy.
Yes.
all that stuff.
Yes.
Come on,
Yes.
we haven't needed fossil fuel for the past 70 years,
Thank you.
right? They knew it. They had their handle on it, and we screwed up because of the oil companies.
Okay.
Again, and what do you think about what do you think about California? Is that a mess? You know what the Santa Rosa last year, and I told my brother, I said, you know what, when it broke out again, I said, something's not right here. No.
Yeah,
Why? And I said, if it's a campfire, if they're in a drought, why would they let them have campfires there? I mean, now that just doesn't make any sense to me.
there's a lot of things that don't make sense about it, and a lot of things that
And what about the energy company?
Absolutely. I actually talked to some 5 guys out here that work for PG&E last week.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they basically escaped the smoke and everything. So I didn't talk to them long, but I had some fun with them. So, oh, you're the guys that started the fire. But if you've watched, that fire, the destruction is right along the corridor that they want to put in the high-speed rail.
Of course. So they have an agenda. Mm-hmm. You've heard of Agenda 21.
Of course, I preach about it all the time. It's morphed into Agenda 2030, which is their target date for world government. Agenda 45 is their target date to reduce the population of the world to 500 million.
Right. And this has been going on for a long time. And how many people are just now waking up and they go, oh, they go, did you hear about this? And I go, hear about what? Well, that's all old stuff. You just got to do your homework. You just have to ask questions. This just didn't all of a sudden happen.
Well, the phases of truth. First, they ridicule you. Well, first they ignore you. Then they ridicule you. Then it's accepted as common fact. Mm-hmm. So you go through these phases.
Right.
And that's what people have started waking up to now. And what you and I, of course, are, for some reason, it's in our DNA or makeup or whatever the hell it is, we have ability to go ahead and cut through all the BS and, and say, there's something wrong here. Yeah.
I hear it's here, and I get and I think,
yes.
no, this isn't right. Yes. You mean to tell me we've had, and not only that, why they're going through Malibu? See, and then their whole other thing is, no, it's global warming. Global warming starts a fire, and then all of a sudden they get drenched with rain. Wow, isn't that amazing how that started?
Global warming.
And all of a sudden this cloud came and we got 2 to 4 inches of rain.
Yeah, I mean, all you have to do is do things like search up weather weapons. Search, the father of weather weapons, Ben Livingston.
Johnson preached about that. Yeah. Lyndon Johnson said using weather weapon is a that's what he preached.
John F. Kennedy, in one of his speeches, said, we will use today's technology to control the weather. He said it in a speech. John F. Kennedy said it back then when he first started.
It was back in 1960.
Yes.
And what did Eisenhower say? We were going to become a military-industrial complex.
Yes, and he started the Department of Weather and Climate Manipulation.
Yes. And
modification.
When did they get this technology? They got it right after Roswell. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, boom, all of a sudden everything. No, it was nothing. It was a weather balloon. Well, it was maybe a weather balloon. Not the weather balloon that we think of.
Right. And you can go and look at the congressional records and see that we spend billions of dollars on this stuff.
Oh, yeah. I told you the pictures I took when I was flying over Arizona, didn't I? Did I show you those pictures?
No, show me.
I woke up in a dream, out of a dream, and it was like this message, and it said, they're here. They're here right now. They're here. Well,
yeah.
I don't know if anybody else saw it, but what's that look like to you?
Wow. Yeah.
3. And then I saw this video yesterday. Oh yeah, it was yesterday? No, a couple days ago. In Florida. And they were taking a picture on YouTube. And it was identical to this. It's our own government knows. They know what to do.
Have you looked at the channel third phase from the moon? What they do, they people that take photos like that, films like that, send them into third phase of the moon, so they publish them.
All right.
So there's people, you know, you can see these. Yeah, look at that. Show that to the camera. Put that up to the camera right there. Let people see it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
I mean, I'm looking out the right side. There, you know, I go standby because I'm a retired airline employee. So I thought I got a window seat. I thought, oh, good, I got a window seat. And all of a sudden, I look out the window and I go, what? What are those? Yeah. And the lights were so bright. They were so bright.
Yeah.
I thought, what is this? And here's the wing of the plane. Right here.
Yes.
See that?
Definitely not clouds, definitely not birds.
I mean, so are there planes. Planes?
Yeah.
Really?
No.
I don't know. I'm in one right now, and it doesn't look anything like we fly. I'm a...
Yeah.
I don't think so.
What are they? Who are they? What are they doing?
They've been there for a long time. They're working with their own government. Could be.
Reverse engineering and all that stuff. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Actually, they projected, too, like when they did that movie, Independence Day.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's actually showing us in what they say is fiction, what's really happening. I mean, it's like, you know what I'm saying? $21 trillion are missing from the Pentagon budget audit.
That's fiction.
So it's not missing. That $21 million went underground and underground tunnels. And
it's a science fiction, but it's not fiction.
No, it's not. It's projection. They're actually projecting to us what's really going on. It's programming, predictive programming, to get us used to when they do come out with it, when it cannot be hidden anymore, that we'll be getting used to it. Have you ever read the book by Arthur C. Clarke, Childhood's End? I'll read it. It's fantastic. Anyway, basically...
Who's the author?
Arthur C. Clarke.
Oh, okay. I've heard of that.
Oh, yeah. It's a magnificent book that pretty much portrays how they will ease us into it. Suddenly what happens, one day these huge spaceships appear over all the major cities in the world. And they just hover up there. And of course the military tries to shoot and nothing happens. And so after so many years of them just being there and nothing happens, finally messages, start projecting down. We're not here to harm you, we're here to help, blah, blah, blah. And then they say you must select one person to come up and we will, communicate. Then over a number of years that person communicates with them. When he goes up the ship, he's just in this white room, he doesn't really see them. Then finally they show themselves. And they basically look exactly like you would expect Satan to look. Tall, horn, red, tail, the whole 9 yards. But they come off as being very benign. We're going to give you our technology. We're going to show you how to do this, that, and the other. At the end of the book, what happens is they always wait. They wait to see what's going to happen with children. A child is born with powers. Nobody else has them, and other children start getting born. And these children start stripping the world and they basically just strip the world of everything, including gravity. And it spins off. And so the idea is, right.
Yep. And that's the age that we have so much energy in here. And we're just coming back to another phase. We're just coming back. How many visitors have we had? We're a genetic experiment anyway.
Yeah, and then you look at the Nephilian the giants that they've discovered, the skeletons, and I mean, this is ancient history that nobody can ever explain, of course. I mean, even when they ask the Indians in Central and South America, well, who built these huge monuments, the gods, the gods. They were here before we came.
Why do they have all these spaceship drawings that are ancient? Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like, well, of course. Yeah. And here's the whole, I mean, it's actually, have you ever watched Dr. Stephen Greer?
Oh, yeah.
It's scandalous, because when it comes out, we're going to say, you mean to tell me we've been dependent on fossil, that's a good name for it, fuel all these years?
Well, look what they did to Tesla.
Yeah.
Nikola Tesla.
Same thing.
Yeah.
They're going to make sure. Oh, it's coming out.
I know. It's what drives me to do what I do, it compels me to get out here and try to speak the truth.
It's amazing to me how some people are still blinded by the Clintons. Yeah. I can't believe it. I go, but we needed a woman. I go, not just any woman. What do you mean a woman? She's as much...
Hey, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Yes, sir. Always a pleasure.
I like that t-shirt. Were you there?
I've got actually Jimi Hendrix was my most favorite, and I've got a shirt from a concert he had in Berkeley, and all, like, got potholes and all, back in the 70s and 60s.
Well, we lived through a good time, didn't we?
We really did.
Really. I think probably the best of the best. And we weren't so much bombarded by the things we were just talking about all the heavy truths. Life was good. We didn't have to worry about global warming and, depletion of this.
We were still in the organic days.
Yeah, we were still innocent.
I mean, it's like organic. Well, it's like, what do you mean? What do you mean recycle? We always recycled. My dad would bring back the case of beer and say, well, I got to bring back the case of beer so I can get money.
Yes.
That's recycling. And remember the milkman used to come, my mother used to say, you have to wash out those milk bottles before you put them back out. What are we talking about?
And you could drink the tap water.
And you could drink the tap water.
Amazing.
It wasn't filled with fluoride.
Yes.
Well, you have to have it for your teeth. Really? I don't think so.
This is going to sound funny to you. I'm 64. I grew up in New Orleans East. Always drink tap water. We go to jobs. I still drink tap water. The guys I work, oh man, that stuff's going to kill you. I said, look, I go to the doctor about every 3 months I have blood work. I'm in excellent health. So don't, this was on TV one time. That stuff, distilled water from Evian Springs and blah blah. Don't believe all that. But I haven't died from drinking tap water. When there's a boil alert,
it depends on where you live. Now, like any place, like the city of New Orleans, that has any metropolitan area has over 50,000 people are mandated.
Yeah.
In other words, we don't get a say in it.
You're right.
It's mandated to put the fluoride in. There's never been any study to prove it really does anything to teeth but hurt it. And what I don't like about it is this. The Harvard medical study in July of 2012 said it is a neurotoxin. Yeah. So you need a prescription. Well, the government's saying
we're going to put it in your water.
Yeah, the government's saying, well, we're doing this to fight Mr. Tooth Decay. Well, who in the hell made the government the dentist? They don't have a license to practice medicine.
Yeah,
so
that's a whole different.
So they mandated to put it in. It's a neurotoxin. It does affect our brains. And then the recent study just came out where benzodine is put. They found it in like every municipality now. That cruise, it's making amphibians gay.
Yeah.
In other words, it's turning the frogs gay, and it does lower our sperm count. This is all a depopulation.
Well,
Yeah, that's all, you know.
and why? I mean, the sperm count. They say that
It's
it's on
going down.
PBS. They said by 2050.
Are you?
The enemy is the one who would seek to keep us divided.
Amen.
Really? That's interesting.
Yep.
United.
Why?
If anybody would like to contribute to the Bulletproof Fest, always a pleasure.
See you tomorrow.
Is it your bulletproof fund vest?
Hell yeah, I'm in the middle of this liberal cesspool. I gotta go ahead and get some protection. And here's a get out of jail free card from Hillary Clinton for you.
Oh,
Good for any crime in the world.
Very much. Thank
I
you.
have a YouTube.
Crime in the world, is it the one she used?
Yeah. There's a YouTube channel on the back. Subscribe. I need subscribers. They're always knocking off my subscribers because I don't like anybody telling the truth. So go.
Wait a second. Are you trying to get me killed?
They're going to kill us anyway. So you might as well charge them. No sense hiding.
Yeah. It's like, what's the big deal with Julian Assange? They don't like him because he's just reporting the news? He's just a messenger. He's just reporting the news.
Why he hasn't been pardoned by Trump is a stickler. I don't know why that hasn't
I don't know
happened.
why that hasn't happened.
I mean, there are a few. I mean, there's some things that really hit me that I'm going, okay, what is it that's holding him
Why?
back from doing that?
Yep.
Because he's forceful in other areas. He's doing things that are tripping up the powers that be. But the things that would really screw them up, already asked for the FISA documents to be released. Have they been released? Well, why doesn't he just? Hey, I want them on my desk yesterday. Unredacted now.
I don't know. Doesn't it make you wonder?
Yes.
It's because when they get in office, there's somebody else that's taking control.
Well, yes, no. I mean, again, he has the pulpit, and he has come out before and said things that exposes what they don't want exposed. Well, he has the power to go ahead and release those documents now. He has the power to do that. Why hasn't he? Is he using it as a bargaining chip for what? We need to throw these people. We need to go on the offensive and put them on the defensive. What I always see is, Manafort in jail. Flynn gets him. Papadopoulos, Jerome Corsi, Roger Stone. I mean, these guys are being persecuted, and the ones that should be getting persecuted are out there blabbing on the TV, going on book tours, and I don't see anybody stopping them.
I know. It's depressing. It's depressing.
I know. It's very frustrating. And it keeps us in a tension that is another aspect of the dynamic of control. Is that tension. You give them something, then you take something back. Give them something, take them back. So you're always keeping the people in in that suspended animation kind of a deal. And I don't know. No, but like you said earlier, eventually, no matter what, the center will not hold. It will collapse.
Well, no, we're going into, it's coming, and it's coming like this.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just feel like by 2020 we're
Oh yeah. I know. There's going to be a lot that's going to happen between now and then.
Here's another thing that it's this whole thing with the geoengineering and HARP.
Yes.
It's like they can't predict a hurricane. They say within 24 hours it goes from a Category 2 to a Category 5. They said it's a 4, but it's a 5 because it's at a high range of a 4. So it's a couple miles away from a 5. They can't predict that?
Who's to say they didn't even do it? I mean, Dr. Ben Livingston
wasn't right.
Right after Katrina, Ben Livingston was on InfoWars, Alex Jones' show.
Yeah.
And he said, if you would have given me 4 planes, I could have knocked that hurricane out.
They can do that.
Yes.
Did you see it, that 747 that they have in California? If they would have taken that 747 off the ground, they could have put those fires out in no time. None. How can these fires come up into this neighborhood? And it's on one part of the neighborhood and the other neighborhood's fine.
Yeah, trees don't get burned, but the house is cinder. It's just nothing there.
Wow. That's really something.
I know.
Strange phenomena is happening.
Yeah. I know.
It's getting weird.
More and more I gravitate towards believing that, just looking for God for the answer, because that's the only thing that happened.
But you know what? It's a message here about our true spirituality. I know if you watch Corey Good and David Wilcott, you're smart boys.
Yeah. Quayle, Stephen Quayle. Mm-hmm. Have you ever listened to Stephen Quayle?
Yeah.
Well, I went up to Branson, Missouri to the True Legends conference. Dr. Hugo Segaris, Stephen Quayle, David Knight, Owen Schroyer was there, and he's threatened to come out here and do a weekend with me. So hopefully.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Wow, I want to be here for that.
Oh, that'd be great. I'm trying to get him to come out for French Quarter Festival.
Okay.
Because there's a gazillion people on the street then.
Right.
So, and have him dress up as like Paul Revere. That'd be cool, And, we shall see, if that happens.
We just have to come together and be aware.
Yeah. Knowledge is power.
Not let yourself get caught up into this political crap. I can't. I'm so glad. I'll be so glad when this crap is over.
Well, we have to be engaged in that because it's part of it. But we have to be smart about that. Where we put our energy. And who are you going to back? Because there are truth tellers in the political spectrum.
There are.
Even Trump, when he first started running, he said, "You elect me president, you will find out who really brought down the Twin Towers." Okay. Wait for that to happen.
Yeah, why don't we ask who shot JFK too?
Oh, a whole bunch of things.
We're all connected.
You look at the hypocrisy, how they play. They're all up in arms about this journalist that got killed over in Saudi Arabia. Who's Saudi Arabian? Why do we care? I care about people, sure. But Gary Webb was exposing the drug cartels with the CIA. Shot twice in the back of the head, and they said it was a suicide.
Oh, I know. I saw that.
Yeah, Michael Hastings, same thing. He was, exposing the CIA's connections.
Yeah.
Was going around telling his friends, I need to hide. I need to go hide. Driving his brand new Mercedes down the street, it blows up. Oh, that's an accident.
Yeah, really.
We don't hear any outrages there about that. Alex Jones gets just, wiped off the internet. You don't see anybody screaming, but some Saudi Arabian journalist gets, murdered, and everybody's up in arms. We have to go to war.
Yeah. Another wag the dog.
Yes.
How many times have we had those?
Yeah.
We have to.
But again, I think,
And then, it's like, isn't it rather a coincidence that after we got into Afghanistan, the opioid addiction went sky high?
I was in the news this morning.
Wow, I wonder why. Oh, it could be that we went there for minerals and opium.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why we went there, to fight the Taliban.
David Knight was talking about that this morning.
Fighting the Taliban, and we've been there for 15 years and we still can't fight them? Wow, they're good.
I know. Woo! A handful of mountain men. We got $1 trillion defense, army. Yeah. Yeah.
It's pathetic.
I think the last I heard, and this was about a year ago, we have bombed every cave over there like 730 something times.
Yeah, and then pointing the finger at Osama bin Laden. He's the guy who took the towers down. Oh, look at him, it was him. Yeah.
These truths, I said, this is what makes us.
Don't people ask, what happened to the other plane? What about the plane that went in the Pentagon?
I know.
Wouldn't you have debris all over the plane?
It's a comfort, like even there.
Ask that question.
I was talking to a couple from Las Vegas today. And I asked them, I says, well, you're in Las Vegas. Has anybody ever questioned why 58 people got murdered and, 500 and something people got injured, and this has just been dangling out there and we don't know anything yet? That we don't know the motive, we don't know if this...
Oh, he's just a crazy man.
Yeah, but,
he was mentally ill.
Yeah, but there's so many questions about that.
I know.
That I've talked to eyewitnesses that were there in the kill zone that told me
one guy
that the shots came from the ground level in different directions. Eyewitnesses told me that out.
I was wondering. I thought he's up in this hotel room, and he alone up in this hotel room. From there, he's shooting all these people?
These people, when I asked them, I said, it's sort of like, yeah. I says, well, wait a second. You're just brushing this off? It's just like, oh, okay.
Like he acted alone like Oswald did.
Shouldn't people be upset at shouldn't we want to find out why 58 people got slaughtered?
I know. No, that's because something else happens and then you get your mind off of that. That's the way it is.
And this is why, and it's like, and I understand it's human nature that people don't want to get involved and things scare you. But it's like I brought up. It's like I said to the lady: if you don't bring it up, you're the next target. You got to face these people. You got to get the answers.
Yeah.
Otherwise you're just why don't we just line up and roll up our sleeves, take that shot, and walk into the ovens?
We're in dark times because it's too hard. The reality is it's hard to wake up because we've been sleepwalking for a long time.
Well, pretty soon it's going to be impossible to avoid it because the shelves will be empty. And when the shelves go empty,
oh yeah, I know.
We were Eric and Katrina, we know what happens. It gets real ugly, real quick.
We'll talk again. I'll let you know if I
Hopefully by then they have indicted somebody. We got to see. There's been talk about what's going to happen with this new Senate, coming in, that they're going to have investigations then. Okay, sure, I hear it. Let's see it. Tired of waiting for it, man. We need to get some justice. We need to start pushing back.
I know. Yes. This is not fair. It is not fair.
Yes.
Oh, you know what another one, a friend of mine, this is a great quote. The United States has become a place where entertainers and professional athletes are mistaken for people of importance. Isn't that the truth?
Yeah.
It's a diversion.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of the Hollywood thing. It's just like I can't.
Yeah.
It's just.
But again,
I mean, it's not that I hate everybody. It's like, did you just put your stupid hat on?
But they're even losing their power because they've been crying wolf for so long. It's like all of the, say what?
They're going to reverse that pretty soon.
Well, why don't you come over and explain to me why? Why don't you, instead of just sparing your bullshit, get over and explain that to me? You won't do it because you can't. You got nothing. You got nothing to back up that statement. Nothing. You got nothing to back up that statement, pal. Nothing. I will put money on it. Would you put your money where your mouth is? No. Nice wheels. I wonder how much crime went into that.
Just like the ones that drive the new BMWs and
yeah.
There's
big money in drugs.
There's white crime, there's Wall Street crime, and all this stuff with this craziness now too with legalizing pot and cannabis. And I said, why are we making such a big deal out of this all of a sudden?
Well, it's about, well, one.
I mean, I can understand.
Because it's the no. People, you know who was buying up most of the pot growing land for years now? Yeah. Monsanto. That's why they're making a big deal now. They want to make it legal, and Monsanto's going to be controlling the growing of it.
That's my question.
Yes.
That's my question.
For what? For what? For what, idiot? Give me an answer.
I gotta go. We'll talk later.
Give me an answer, you moron.
I gotta go.
God bless you.